Okay, it's Sunday, July 17th. Haven't really done an update in 2 or 3 weeks. I apologize. I've just kind of got slack, but I'm going to get you caught up. We'll start with some of my spares. This is the Borg 9. I wasn't really sure if I'd get much out of it this year. You can tell it's probably 3 times the size of my last update. And see the pods? It's not as tall or as big as I'd like for it to be putting out pods. Normally I would have plucked the first pods and kind of let it put the energy towards more growth, but being as it was a late start, I thought I'd just let it roll. But it's really doing well. It's putting out pods. I'm pretty happy with it. This is another extra I had. It's a Carolina Reaper. No pods yet, but it's growing pretty well. I think I still have potential to get something off of it this year. Also a Carolina Reaper. It's a little smaller, but it's looking good. Have a bell pepper here. Hasn't done much of anything. I never really have a whole lot of luck with bell peppers. Cayenne, you can see it's putting out a lot of pods. And if you've kept up with my videos, this is the guy that was big and beautiful, and then we had a storm, got tore all the way down to the soil line. And now not only has it come back, but it started putting out pods, which is crazy. It's crazy it's made that kind of comeback, but we all know these peppers are extremely resilient. We'll walk over here, and this is where a lot of stuff's going on. This is a plant. I got the seeds from one of my good friends, and I've tried to confer with him. I hadn't got a message back yet, but this is supposed to be a stinging boot, which I was under the impression it would be a red pepper. And we have the first one ripening. That's not red. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm kind of waiting to hear back from him. It's beautiful. It's putting out a lot of pods, but I'm not sure if I have a cross or if it's some sort of just kind of freak. I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated, but it's huge. It's going to be a big plant. This is my standard boot Jolokia from seeds I saved. And the last time we did an update, there were no peppers on it. We have lots of peppers now. If I go around the plant, they're all over. And not only are they peppers, they are good looking peppers. Phenotype's great. Everything's looking nice. So. Okay, this is my 7-pot bubble gum, and I was concerned whether or not I had the correct phenotype. Tried several years, haven't had any luck. Finally got the right phenotype. I have the big calyx. I've had 2 where the color actually traveled up the pepper into the calyx and started on the stem, but the peppers rotted, and then the leaves started losing color and falling off. After talking to some people, as a matter of fact, Mega Hot over on the hot pepper let me know that it was a calcium deficiency. I hit it with some calcium, watered it in, and I think you can see the new growth is looking much better. I think we're back on the right track. I actually have a couple ripening, so hopefully soon I'll have some better peppers I can show you guys. Devil's brain, and these guys are looking scary. The plant's kind of all over the place, leaning down. I'm gonna have to support it, but you can see I'm getting some color. But look at these pods. I don't know if the texture's coming through over the camera, but these guys are insane. I got these seeds from Judy over at pepperlover.com. I hear they're supposed to be pretty gnarly, so I'll let you guys know as soon as I try one. Billy goat. Yeah. That's a lot of ripe pods. I'm gonna have to make some powder. Covered with pods and a lot of them. Chocolate habanero. Had my first couple ripe pods in there. Pretty excited about this one. I got this from Mark. He's over at pepperlover.com, and I believe he's on Pepper Lover. He's also on Garden Web. Thank you, Mark. Borgnine, another Borgnine. And the weird thing about this one is, I don't know if you noticed, on the other Borgnine, the leaves were pretty dark. And this one is light. I don't know if that means anything. This one hasn't put out any peppers yet, but I've got some nice open flowers. So I'm going to kind of track it, see what happens, see if there's any kind of variance in it. Tomatoes have absolutely gone nuts. We've already pulled I don't know how many tomatoes, and you can see there's more ripe ones in there. Cherry tomatoes, cucumbers. And then here's my in-ground chocolate habanero, and it's huge. Didn't think this guy was going to survive. It got sunburnt really bad, and not only has it come back, put out pods, and really thrived, but I also, let's see if we can find it. If you can see it, there's a ripe pod on there as well. I did notice the one in ground has some variance where these are more elongated. That's kind of odd, but anyway. And then I have a couple extras back here, a couple reapers and a ghost. And they're just kind of puttering. Don't think I'll get much out of those. Those are kind of late, but anyway, that's got you guys up to date. Let me know what you think. Appreciate it.